Hi, I'm Mary Means. For more years than I care to admit, I've worked with communities all over the country that seek to build strong economies while retaining their sense of place, their heritage. All that time I've been living in nearby Alexandria, shopping, going to church, and visiting friends in Arlington. I confess that, like many Arlingtonians, I was more or less unaware of the depth and breadth of Arlington's architecture. After all, historic is what Old Town Alexandria and Georgetown are all about, and Arlington looks nothing like either of them. It was an amazing experience to be asked to lead an outstanding team in preparing Arlington's first historic preservation master plan. The county's dedicated staff had been conducting a thorough historic architectural survey for more than 7 years. Using accepted standards, they'd been photographing and documenting each building, and by 2004 had noted more than 7,000 historic buildings so far, and the survey would take another 5 years to complete. In the end, a total of more than 10,000 historic resources were identified. No other jurisdiction in Virginia had undertaken such a thorough survey. In fact, there are very few in the country at this scale. At the same time, most Arlingtonians were like me. History, here, where? Arlington was changing rapidly, thanks to exceptional assets, the first of which is location. In the heart of metropolitan Washington, D.C., connected by excellent transit service, you have 3 metro rail lines and 12 stations, and a highly regarded public school system. Redevelopment pressures were strong and would not lessen. It would have been fruitless to try and preserve thousands of historic buildings. A system was needed to make choices. That's the purpose of the Historic Resources Inventory, the HRI for short. A team of county staff and national preservation experts developed a system of ranking based on carefully thought out criteria specific to Arlington's history and architecture. The HRI has 4 main categories. Essential. Arlington wouldn't be Arlington without it. Important. Notable and minor. The team also noted buildings that changed dramatically over time, and even those that have been lost through demolition. All surveyed buildings were evaluated and ranked. The resulting list doesn't change the zoning of any property or adversely impact any owners by right development options. The HRI does, however, through tools and strategies, seek to encourage that essential and important buildings be part of the design considerations of new development. Ultimately, it's hoped that the HRI will be integrated into the county's land use policies, information systems, and processes, so that well ahead of even concepts for redevelopment, all parties, property owners, civic associations, county staff, and officials know the playing field up front. No more surprises or last-minute confrontations. So ahead of time, the focus can be on creative approaches to retaining distinctive architectural character and heritage while still respecting change and new development. The first types of properties ranked for the HRI are apartment complexes and commercial buildings. These are considered by many to be the county's most threatened historic resources. Arlington has perhaps the nation's best examples of New Deal-era middle-class affordable housing. The garden apartment was basically invented here, and we have some of the first, largest, and best examples ever built. Arlington may not look like Old Town or Georgetown, but there's real history here, and a truly distinctive sense of place and character in your historic neighborhoods. The county is to be commended for its commitment to preservation, for taking proactive steps to retain historic neighborhoods and community landmarks while assuring a strong economy and tax base. The HRI is yet another example of the forward-thinking and innovative planning that Arlington is known for and will become a model for many other communities, both in the region and nationwide. Thanks for listening tonight.